This movie is the perfect example of what my mom used to tell me: mind your business. Hello out there in TV land, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about Sisu, the first one. And this is about a Finnish commando who's done with a life of war. He became a legend after killing 300 Russians and basically become a one-man death squad. He decides to become a gold prospector. And he finds a shit ton of gold while he's doing that, digging. And then he runs into a bunch of Nazis and they try to take the gold from him. So he has to kill everybody. And this movie is amazing. This is a great movie. I enjoyed this. I remember seeing it when it came out with a friend. My friend Luke, shout out to him. Me and him see both of these movies back together. We saw them both in theater. And it was just really, really good. Like, it's a very simple plot. He like I said, he stops being a soldier, starts digging for gold, find gold, wants to live a life of peace. Nazis are douchebags. They come try to rip him off. Now he's got to kill up everybody. And that's basically what it is. This movie is, once again, not a long movie. It's like an hour 30, hour 40 max. It's literally action the whole time with more lore about who he is. They talk about how he's immortal, how he can't be killed, how he refuses to die, building onto his lore. And it is crazy because he does survive a lot of crazy things. This man is shot, stabbed, blown up in some cases, and he just keeps going. He just keeps surviving somehow. And he's just like a force of nature. Another subplot in the movie, there's these women that, of course, they're Nazi soldiers, so they're assaulting and taking advantage of these women, and that's another subplot in the movie. And they have a great vengeance moment in here, so that's great. But this movie it's kind of crazy when it came out. I remember enjoying this movie, but I didn't think people liked it as much as they did. So when the sequel came out, and like I went to go see that, I was like, holy Pete, like it's got a sequel. Then I went to go look at like the box office and everything. I was like, oh well, this movie, it did really well, all things considering. And the budget, I didn't know how cheap the budget was. They made that first movie, I think it was like $6 million and change, if I remember reading. So like they really, really just was working with what they had. And like I said, it was a solid action movie. Like, it's really good. It's fun to watch. Some definitely intense scenes on top of, like, some, especially when he's like has to like fix himself or get through something. Like, there's a scene where things get stabbed or cut or something, and he has to sew himself up, and they show him slowly stitching himself, and it's just like pain. Like when you watch this movie, you will experience pain or know what pain is, because my man is going through a lot in these movies. Whether it be the first or the second one, he's always going through pain. The first one was pain, the second one's going to be pain. It's just pain. So just get ready for that. The acting is really good. Not a lot of dialogue in these movies, especially from the main character, our Finnish commando. He had, in the first movie, he had one line, and that's at the very end of the film. And the second movie, he has no lines at all. It's nothing but, he does what I call like a lot of acting with your eyes. He acts a lot with his eyes, and it's just eyes and his face. It's kind of like probably one of my favorite people to do it as far as acting with their eyes is like Tom Hardy. He does it very well. And if you watch Batman, The Dark Knight Rises, when he plays Bane, he acts a lot with his eyes. Like you can see so much when you look into his eyes. And I'm always very impressed when people do that. I think that's just a very cool way to convey emotion, considering so especially when you can't see someone's face. But for Sisu, you will see his face. So it's very good. It's very well done. And like I said, but this movie's really good. This is like a great B action flick. If you haven't seen this, you should definitely see this before you see the second one. Well, you don't really have to, but if you enjoy, I'll say it like this: you should go see the second one, regardless. But if you want to see this after the fact, you can, because even though this is after, even though this is before 2, it does, like, it's kind of its own separate story. So it's not like the events of 1 affect 2, if that makes any sense. So yeah, but definitely go see this. I think it's free on Tubi right now, actually. So there you go. If you have Tubi, go watch that, or go rent it on YouTube or some Amazon or something like that. But yeah, great movie, 7 out of 10. Go watch it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. More content coming, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.